Welcome to Daddies the Podcast, featuring Eric and Greg. Join them each week as they hang with a new guest to talk about who they are, their why, and the stories that come up along the way. Thank you for being a part of the Daddies community.
All right, so Craig, we were talking right before you got on. If my house caught on fire and I needed to flee the home, I would look ridiculous. I've got a brown hat, just graphic tee, and then I'm rocking these like Christmas pajamas. And Greg said they were flannels, and I call them flannels as well. And I said, wait,
I call them pajamas.
Just like jammies,
just jammies.
Yeah.
At least I'm not wearing my one piece. But then I checked what it was. A flannel is designed by its soft brushed fabric rather than its pattern. So, Craig, you would be right to call these jammies. These are not flannel.
Good. I didn't realize I was going to get tested right off the bat. That's good.
All right. Well, welcome to the show.
It only gets
Thanks
more
so much.
intense.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I was wearing my pajamas for the test we did earlier, but I figured I'd change.
Well, no one sees my bottom half during these, so this is okay.
Unless you drop your computer.
Oh, and then we just fall in my lap, and I'm actually naked down there. Oh God, please no!
Yeah, this is going on.
It's
our
that dream
OnlyFans.
all over again.
Well, welcome. Oh, wait, hold on. I just completely. There we go. Wait. Hold on.
What are you doing to your?
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear us?
You're gonna have to.
No.
You're gonna have to clip this part, right?
Oh, this is
This
great.
is- this is
the best
fantastic.
stuff.
It's gonna need
And
to
if
make a
anybody
big
could
black
see what
bar
Greg's
across the
doing,
bottom of it.
It looks like he's doing bad things to his
It
microphone.
certainly does.
Well, I can't hear anything. Wait. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, we're
You
back.
got it.
All right. First try, everyone. Okay, cool. Well, welcome to the show. Craig, thanks for joining us, man. I got to say, right off the bat, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. So I'm super thrilled to have you on. I think I played Requiem 10, 11 times now.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah.
And it's so fucking good.
It's really fun. Yeah.
It is fun. Eric has played it 0 times.
I have not.
So
played it.
we'll be talking you and I get it.
yeah, right.
I'm just here.
Well, so you know what? I spoiled the whole game for him.
He told
and
me.
If
Perfect.
you're
Well-
listening.
Well, the beautiful thing is, I have such shit memory. Greg,
You
you
forgot.
spoiled it all for me. I'll forget before I play.
And you know what? If you go into an episode like this, spoiler alert, I mean,
Yeah.
something's going to get spoiled for you.
Yeah, I mean that's the exact reason why I wasn't doing interviews for the first month after it came out.
Sure.
So
Well, I'll tell you. So I'm playing the game the first time, and Zeno's character pops up, and I thought it was Albert Wesker for a split second, and full Eiffel Tower. But but even so, still, a really interesting character that doesn't really get I feel like I didn't get the whole picture, which makes him even more mysterious. And
agreed.
Right?
Yeah. And I mean, I here's the problem. I can't really talk too much about that. I could talk
Yes.
about what's in the game, but
Yes.
as far as I mean, it's by design that there are a lot of questions. It's really interesting to see the questions being theorized on the internet. There's a lot of people with theories, and I read them all, but can't really
so
discuss it.
You know,
Do
and
I?
you get to judge everybody.
That's mysterious as well.
Right? I can't even really tell you if I know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I'll
Eric,
tell you, I can make you a deal though. Like if
Okay.
if in 10 years I haven't said anything new, I'll tell you what I know now.
beautiful. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Eric. So this Zeno just kind of appears in the second act, essentially, out of nowhere.
Okay.
Really. And for a second you're like, oh shit, it's Wesker, but then you learn early on it's not. And then even by saying that online, if I said anything about Wesker, resemblance, I'm sure on some subreddit I would get destroyed. Well, Wesker never used a single shot,
Well, actually,
But I mean, he does have the same voice actor, so
Yeah, right. That's crazy. Yeah, right. So, but something that I really liked about the game, I enjoyed. It's been a while since I played a game where I was really just into the story, right? Like, and there was something about it where the first time I played it, it took me 10 hours or something, and I really just enjoyed it. And it's been a while where a game has been able to, Chris, I don't remember the last time where like a story actually drew me in. And I don't know, it was just really good. Eric, you're missing out, man.
I know, totally agree. 'Cause, like Angela and Nick, who play Grace and Leon, are both immensely watchable. And there's a couple of scenes right at the beginning that hook you. And Angela is so damn good in these scenes that like you can't not find out what happens.
Well, and it was one of those games where, I don't know, like, have you ever played a game where like the main protagonist just like was annoying, or it's like, oh man, I can't really get into, but I liked every single character for the first time in a while, where it's like every character was, you know, they like playing as Grace, like you're playing as this like scared individual essentially, and then you go to Leon and you're fucking John Wick, you know, and it's and but everyone's story was so good, and again,
and then Victor comes in wearing a snakeskin jacket, and you're just like, who is this? Oh my god, who is this?
And you know, so Victor though, was he ever actually even talked about, or was he like a character that they made specifically for this game, or like
as far as I know, he's brand new for this game. Right? I don't think he's been referenced before. No.
And I'm sure someone's like, well, if you actually read the file in Resident Evil 2,
I don't think he's been referenced at all. He's new. Yeah.
He's new character. But even like playing now and like speed running, I don't know why it's just so fun to just speed run through that game.
I'm going to snitch on Greg real quick because I don't know if he's ever talked about this on the air. I forget which Resident Evil it was. Was it Village or was it the one prior to that? Greg he beat the whole game, 100%ed it, and then he would offer to do this on people's other accounts.
Oh my
God.
So
they would give him his login credentials.
Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2. Oh, when that launched for the Xbox.
Yeah,
came to consoles again.
So Capcom like wised up and they started releasing, you could like buy the unlimited ammo weapons for like $5 or whatever, because people were selling their services. I was just trying to help people out. You know,
I don't really see what the point of that is. Like, if it's an online game and you want to get leveled up so that you can beat people without any effort, I would understand that. But for
a single
player game, it doesn't really make sense.
Mm-hmm. You don't get to show it off to anybody.
So you would never buy someone's service to.
I would. No, I wouldn't.
Bizarre.
I mean, and I played World of Warcraft for years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I should have sold my account at the end, because it was like I had a bunch of shit that you had to really work for. Like I don't know if you know anything about that game, but there's a title called The Insane that basically means like you've put in job hours into this game for months to get it. And I had the requirements for that title before they put the title in the game. Like there was no reward for what I did in that game.
You were doing it for the love of the game.
You were doing it for the sport.
Yeah. So and when I stopped playing that game, which was like right before the Mists of Pandaria expansion, if I had sold that account, I think I probably could have made a few $1,000s on it.
Well, it's great. I remember what were those? Do you remember the Mr. T Mohawk grenades? And you would throw them and you would turn everyone into a Mr. T, like a elf or dwarf.
That sounds familiar. That's how I remember something like that. Was it for like the Dark Moon Fair or something like that?
I think it was, and it was like I just remember Mr. T was like the spokesperson for this specific event, and then it was fantastic. I never like got really into my cousin, huge World of Warcraft guy. Just for me, I knew if I started playing it, it would be a time suck, and my life would go to shit.
That's exactly why I had to quit.
Right?
I was running a guild. We were like a casual raiding guild. I actually I ended up getting a job casting and directing a video game because I found out one of my raid leaders was the CEO of a company that was making their first game. So like that was really cool. Like I'm in Toronto and he flew me to Costa Rica to just talk. And I was like, okay.
All right.
And then he offered me a job and set me up with a recording studio for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
that's
I have
fantastic.
no regrets about playing World of Warcraft, but
Right.
I certainly know how addictive my personality is, and if I started playing it again, I wouldn't play anything else.
Mhm.
But have you found a game, like Eric and I always have this conversation, and we'll play a game, and then we're like, there's nothing that is ever going to like touch this game or give us that same feeling. Has anything done that to you, like World of Warcraft?
I mean, luckily, like I play games that are finite now. Like I don't want to get into an online game because
Mhm.
they just keep adding shit and all. But I like having a goal and being like, I'm going to get done all of this.
Right.
I've got 90 platinum trophies.
Damn.
Yeah, Astrobot's great. I love that game.
Yeah.
The Last of Us Part 1
Oh,
and 2,
God.
absolutely love those games. Those
Mhm.
games just wreck me emotionally playing through them.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of just such fantastic games like Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of
Oh,
Yotai. A lot of first-person PlayStation or first-party PlayStation games I'm a big fan of.
Can I ask, so by the time this episode is out, the new 007 game will be out tomorrow. So I've heard it's really fucking good. That's what the early reviews are saying. It's fantastic.
Developers
I
of
still haven't
Hitman.
played Pragmata. That's still on my list. I've got a list of like 6
Yeah.
games that I want to get through. I just finished Saros, which was
Okay. Yeah.
wonderful. It's a bullet hell Housemarque game. It's like
Okay.
the same style as Returnal.
Okay.
If you've ever played that, really, really great game.
So what about oh fuck, Lego Batman? Lego Batman is also coming out.
I've heard really good things about that
Apparently
too.
it's really
Yeah.
good. But it's challenging because I mean, games are they're really expensive, and so for me, it's like, all right, I have to pick and choose, like if I'm going
Yeah.
to buy something or if I'm going to wait for like Black Friday and get it half off, or if I'm going to, and I don't want to be cheap, but it's like, you know, it's expensive,
Mhm.
and I don't
For
have
sure it
unlimited
is.
money, but. And that's why, like, there are certain games, like, perfect example, the Elden Ring, what was it, Night Rain, and then the DLC for Night Rain. I was all for the $40 for the game and then the $20 for the DLC, because I feel like I got my money out of that. But there are certain times where it's like I'll spend $70, $80, and then it's like, man, like, I feel like I don't know, I could have waited, or I don't want to say I have like buyer's regret, but it's hard
there's
for
games,
me.
There's games like that, like The Last of Us, where it's not going to take like, oh, you're not going to play it for 80 hours like you could some other games, but like the quality of what
The
you
quality.
get,
the story,
that's
yeah.
where it's at. It's
Yeah, right.
I find I've gotten the most enjoyment out of. There's a bunch of games in the last little while that have come out at like a premium price, and for whatever reason, because maybe the story is only 10 hours long or something like that, and I found that like they're just as good or better than games that come out at $80, and you don't feel like you're ripped off at the same time. So you feel like it was a much better purchase and you have no regrets about it. That's at least for me.
Perfect example. I think of Hades 2. I don't know if you dabbled in Hades or Hades
It's on my
2.
list. It's on my
my
list.
God.
Haven't played it yet.
Fantastic games. And
Love
I've
that.
definitely spent, I don't even know how many hours, but I think that's a $29 title, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
Mhm.
worth
Yeah.
every penny, you know?
Well, I'm currently playing an indie game on stream on Twitch, Ground Zero, which is in the style of old Resident Evil games. It's
Okay.
it's like a fixed camera.
All right.
It's a really long game, but it also has another Toronto-based actor who's a friend of mine who was in
Okay.
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the original.
Wait, is
Oh,
that the game
cool.
where you're like in the hospital and it's super snowy outside? Am I thinking of the right game?
There is some parts like that. Like it's a futuristic world. There's a meteor that hits and
Okay.
it's creating zombies, and you're playing as both characters have gas masks, made by a
Okay.
very small development team, so there's not a lot of animation in the faces,
That's
right?
fair.
But really, really great game. It's fun.
And those are those games where it's like, man, like I don't know, I just want to play those, you know, and like just, and like I have a whole list of games, and it's hard, one, like having kids and being able to sit down and really enjoy it, because if I want to get immersed in a story, it's hard to do that if like I'm getting pulled in different directions. And that's why I really like those kind of short, like Hades 2, where I can just do a run, takes 15
Mhm.
minutes or whatever, and then I can
Right.
just move on with my life.
Well, you'll like Saros then, because like you can
Yeah.
do a run in like half an hour. Yeah.
And that's
I like that.
I'm here for that. Yeah. Eric is a big what is it? Spelunky.
Oh, I love Spelunky too. It's probably right now my favorite game of all time.
I don't know that I know it.
It's like a roguelite platformer.
Okay.
But the goal is just to escape.
I remember a game from like the Atari days called Spelunker.
It probably draws.
It might be influenced by that.
I'm sure that it is. It's made by a really small development company called Moss Mouth.
Okay.
But it's really polished. The first one's a great game, and then number 2 is just like icing on the cake. I think I've got.
I should be taking notes for this whole thing.
I've got
All these things
another
just like
window
one
open.
giant ad
I've got
for-
Ceros. I've got. You mentioned Returnal because I think I think it's on Game Pass, and that's where I spend my money.
It's a PS5 game.
Wait, Returnal's the one where it's
Oh.
hard as shit, right? And it just constantly changes every time you die. And, yeah, right.
Yep.
Eric, when I lived with you, that was the game I was playing on the PS5, and I kept fucking dying.
I think it's available on PC too, but
Then I can play it then.
now PlayStation is not doing their first party games on
I've
PC anymore
heard-
as of like
I've
2
heard
days
that.
ago.
That's disappointing.
I heard, yeah.
I've got a PS5 Pro, so I don't really care about that announcement.
One of the chosen.
So I sold my PlayStation 5 and I really fucking regret it. So I'm an Xbox guy. But I think I'm gonna get my Xbox is starting to make noises. So I think I'm gonna get a PC and a PlayStation.
That'll probably
There's just
be
something I like about a controller. I don't know what it is. I can't game on a fucking PC, man. I can't do it.
I've got the DualSense, the Edge, the one with the back panel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got a couple bumper buttons on the back.
Do you
Feels
play anything
girthy.
competitive?
No, I play to get better than I used to be, but I'm not better than anyone on the internet. So
Oh yeah. No. Well, that's funny. Greg and I were just playing our favorite dead game. It's called Rogue Company, and it's this arena shooter that. Who's the developer, Greg?
Fuck.
They,
High res?
High res, yeah. And they've dropped the game entirely. There was a season pass that ended like 3 or 4 years ago, and it still is just like, hey, this season pass is good for another 5 years. But we just couldn't be beat last night. Like we just kept winning and winning and winning. But it felt really good. But
and
we know
so-
that's not real life.
yeah,
And the game is like, so I think not only is it dead, but it was like even the voice actors apparently they didn't know they were in it, and so it was like one of those games. And so I want to ask you because voice acting is so interesting to me, and so when you're recording, did you do the motion cap as well?
Yeah.
So you're not doing your lines when or are you? Is it all at once?
Yes. That being said, I did do mocap 20 years ago for Resident Evil Outbreak, and it was different then. Back then.
Oh wait, like the OG PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I did 6 months of mocap on that.
Oh, wow.
All right.
So it used to be that the lines were recorded in a studio ahead of time. They were edited, and all the timing was decided on, and then they would bring it into the mocap studio, play it on a ghetto blaster. Not even lying. And we would just act it out like puppets. So there was no facial capture back then. We would have instead of the cameras on our face, we would just be wearing like a skull cap with a couple of reflective dots on it. And you wouldn't get to see anything other than a stick figure, basically. Like they would just send stick figures into Capcom and then would make it work. Now you can look up on the monitor, you can see what your character looks like, what his clothes look like on him. If you're sitting a certain way, are the clothes clipping through and stuff like that? Like it's really crazy how advanced the technology has been.
So so you are then doing your lines at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
and it's every scene is one take as well, with a couple of exceptions. If there's stunts, we'll break it up for stunts. But any long scene you see where there's someone walking in, there's two people walking, you could be pretty sure that whole thing is a single take. And if there was a mistake done, we do it again until we get it all in one take.
So you're with everyone then when you're like when when
Generally
on screen,
speaking, yeah.
Yeah.
And even people that aren't in the same location will be shooting at the same time. Like the end of Resident Evil 4, when I'm talking to, as Wesker, I'm talking to Ada. She's in a helicopter. Nick, who plays Leon, was pretending to be the helicopter at that point, the pilot at that point. And I was sitting like 10 feet away at my, just an office chair. And they told me, okay, this is where your massive computer is. And I turn around and Ada's sitting there and we're having a conversation like she's on a helicopter and I'm in an office.
So in Requiem, so when you kill Leon or Nick in the the alternative, spoiler alert, Eric, but
that was a big
in
one.
the bad ending. So
okay,
was he there with you, or was it just some wow?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we had stunt guys. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's some really fantastic fight choreography in it, and we did a little bit of it, like a couple of simple punches and stuff like that, dodging the bullets, and then they'd ramp up the speed. But when it came to like roundhouse kicks to the face and stuff like that, I'm not an expert, and I'm certainly not going to get my foot that close to Nick. So, but the cool thing is, like, we did that fight, and the two stunt guys did the majority of the fight, and then there's a move where he does a roundhouse kick to Leon. Leon flips around, and all of a sudden, Zeno teleports in front of him and punches him in the stomach. So what we did with that was Nick and I were standing ready to throw that last punch. The stunt guys do the fight choreography, and as soon as the one guy, the guy playing Leon, flips around, we take over, and I throw that last punch at him. So that that whole fight is done in one take, but it's including the teleport, but it's 4 actors doing it.
You guys figured out teleportation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's cool. That's like just a real movie.
Well, yeah, it's so much fun to work on these projects. It really is, and everybody else is so excited about it too. Like, the stunt guys are pumped. The stunt captain Nate was just one of the most wonderful people I've ever worked with, and all the people working in the studio are just in such a great mood. I just hope that everyone gets to keep doing this as a job, basically, because the world is a crazy place right now.
That's what I was going to ask. So, like, with AI and shit. I mean,
with AI and shit.
Well, I mean, but you think about it, like, there's a certain company that may or may not have just laid off a whole bunch of animators to possibly
There's lots of them,
and there are just certain things that AI can't fucking do. It can do it, but it doesn't.
I think it's going to bite them I think it's going to bite them because I think the audiences are turning against it. I mean, not everybody. I remember being in the 90s and being like, why the fuck is everyone listening to the pop music that's on the radio? This stuff is terrible. So there's still going to be people that watch this slop and don't care. And they are still going to be people that pay for it. But I think that there's a majority of the audience that are smart now and that don't want it and that want something that's made with a human connection. I'm risking my career on it. So like, I hope that voice just keeps getting louder and louder because it seems to be right now.
Well, Craig, let me ask, what do you think is there a good use for AI? Like, does it have its place? Obviously not taking jobs away from actors and actresses, but is there a world where it can coexist?
I mean, I'm not an expert on this kind of stuff, and I don't pretend like anything that I would suggest it's okay to use it for this is probably taking away someone else's job.
Right.
I watched. There's a YouTube channel called Corridor Crew, and they've developed a new technology that uses AI to do green screen masking. So basically, like there are tools that you can use where like you shoot on a green screen, and then you add this tool on, and it does a pretty good job of taking out the green screen, but there's always like a little halo around. Mm-hmm. So they've been using this AI tech that they designed that can instantly almost take it out perfectly and keep transparency and keep like individual strands of hair and stuff like that. And that kind of stuff I think is incredibly useful because like the guys that would have to do that job can now do the other special effects and they would still be doing that kind of work. But that was the kind of like menial click after click after click job that they didn't want to do either. So I think that kind of stuff is really useful. Anything that helps with organization.
Yeah, right. Like, I think that's where it's really beneficial with like those tasks that someone else can then be using their time for something more valuable. Like, I think I'm here for that. I'm guilty of using like ChatGPT for like if I type up an email, like, can you make sure this is grammatically correct type deal. And I think it's good for things like that. And I know
Agreed.
Gary V is super wet for it for some odd reason. Whenever I see him pop up, it's just AI is life, you know. But I don't know if I'd go that far.
There's a
But,
balance.
I think it's a good tool. It's a good resource. But the way the world's working is, hey, I can pay $20 a month and it can do my entire life for me. You know?
I mean, I've been worried about it for a while. Like I remember when it started popping up on Instagram, where there were apps that could like turn your picture of you into a painting, and I remember those really, really early things, and looking at it and being like, I don't know about this. Like, I don't think this is right. Like, I don't know how this technology is doing this, but it doesn't seem. And I remember all of my friends were posting their pictures and their creations and stuff like that, and I was like, I'm not touching this. It already had something about it was turning me off. Just turning my fan on.
I think the closest thing I ever got to doing one of those was the remember you could do on Facebook, like you could turn yourself into a South Park character.
Yeah.
I did one of those. Way different.
But too, like I always see, I'll still get those ads like, see what your kid's gonna look like when they're 70. And it's like, I don't want to upload pictures of my daughter and my son to this random website and say, hey, here you go. And then some of them, it's like, you have to pay, but you can pay in like crypto. And it's always really bizarre.
That's pretty fucking sketchy.
Yeah, red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So then, and I give them all this Bitcoin and I don't get to see. I'm just kidding.
I should have asked. Do you guys curse on this? I didn't ask.
Fucking maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I can not.
No, you're good.
Okay. You know what? We follow whoever's on their lead.
Okay. Cool.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes we've been doing it.
I wanted to mention that I talked about this once on my Twitch stream, and I clipped it for Instagram. But I had an audition a couple weeks ago for a huge car company, and they had a clause that said that the performer agrees to train an AI model of their voice. And it was a car company that I had already been the voice of one of their other cars, and I couldn't believe it. And it like a union gig, and I'm sure they're going to find some actor that does that, but and like my car voice is not too far away from my Wesker voice, so like I'm not giving you an AI model of that,
right?
At all.
Oh, right, yeah, that's bad.
But there are a lot of so like now the big thing is when you take a video, upload it, and you get 30 viral clips or whatever, and you upload it, and it spits you out 30 slop like videos. It's all shit. It's all cut up, choppy, and you can do it yourself. But then they always say, if you want, we can add a hook, record a line, and we'll take your voice and make a hook for the video so you'll go viral. And it's so common now that everyone wants that sample clip of your voice just so that way they can do the AI model of it.
Yep.
And what the fuck is that?
Can I just say, I think it should only happen with one person. James Earl Jones. I think should be the only person that everybody should have access to that man's voice and just do Darth Vader stuff.
Well, who is it that is like you always see an actor or actress passes away and then their voice, like it'll be like either it'll be pre-recorded lines or like AI generated lines with
it's happened a lot recently, and usually when it comes up, the estate of their family has given them the okay, or whoever now owns their bank account, I guess, has given them the okay. Right. There was one, like what they did with Fast and the Furious when that guy passed away, and I've never seen a Fast and the Furious movie, like not
1 through 30,
but yeah,
never.
But when he passed away, he was in the middle of making that movie, and I think that was one of the cases where they used CGI. They used his brother as a stand-in and then put his face on him digitally. I think that's one of the cases where it's definitely respectable to finish a project that he already wanted to do.
Right. Well, yeah, because that would be
everything
shit
else
if
is a little
you
gray.
died mid-film and then let's just scrap the whole thing.
And Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher passed.
Okay, so
I think it was
mean
pretty
when they
much all
sucked her
done.
through fucking space?
Did I tell you the spoiler for that movie? The day that I was going to go see that movie, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan, I was trying to stay off of the internet, and it said, Luke dies, Leia lives. And I was like, how is that possible?
Oh my God.
All I saw were those words, and I knew.
Wow.
I knew it was right. Like, I knew that was it. I was devastated.
That sucks.
One, because
sucks.
that's not how it should have been anyway, but we don't have to get into all that. I don't want to go down the Star Wars route.
Did Carrie Fisher die from sleep apnea?
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm going to look it up.
I don't know.
So that we don't spread misinformation.
Fun facts on Daddies the Podcast. How did they die?
I don't know if there was an official cause of death released for her.
Because, that movie came out in, 2019? I don't know. I'm not that big into Star Wars. But who was it? Eric, who are we talking to where they're doing a movie where someone died and they're going to do just like a AI?
I don't remember. But
I can't remember.
Cardiac arrest / deferred. I'm not sure what that means. Leaving it vague, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
she wasn't completely sober for her whole life.
Yeah, right. She lived rough.
I remember towards the end she would do episodes, interviews, or she would just be on stage talking about her life, and she sounded pretty wild.
I mean, she lived a life, and
before any of this stuff, what year did Tupac die? And then how many
Early
subsequent releases of his albums, albums come out, and people just mix and chop and arrange it in ways that sound really, really great. You can't tell that he didn't just rap that live.
Well, look at I love Linkin Park and Chester Bennington. They talked about potentially doing an AI CG holographic rendering of him, and that's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that. I'm a fan of their new album and
I love it.
The new vocalist they have. I think she's great.
And I like the energy. It's definitely different, but people are so quick to judge and say, "Nope, sucks."
Mm-hmm.
They fucking listen to it, and that's how anything goes. But apparently, she's really good live. And Craig, I don't know if you're if you go to a lot of concerts, but
I do.
I love a good concert.
I think I've got tickets for 5 concerts on my phone right now.
Oh, wow. Now let me ask. Are you going to statistically go to all 5, or do you ever night of? You're fuck, man, I'm gonna.
I've never bought tickets for something and not gone.
Wow, really?
I've had to sell my tickets because I booked a gig and something else has come up, but I've never gone. Nah, not
really.
once.
I'm super
especially
guilty
with how
of that.
expensive they are now.
Greg loves not going to shit.
I know.
I currently have tickets for. I'm seeing Penn and Teller.
Oh yeah.
I'm seeing Tricky.
Okay.
I'm seeing Cirque du Soleil.
All right.
And I'm seeing what is this one? Muse.
Oh, dude.
Oh, cool.
Have you seen Muse before?
Yeah, I've seen them a dozen times. I actually saw them. I was a fan of Muse before they broke into North America.
Yeah,
they already had several albums, and my roommate at the time was big into British music, and so we were listening to their albums. We loved them, and they came to Toronto on before their album came out, and they played a little small club. And we went to that show, and it was just packed because we weren't the only people that had heard about them, but it was great to see them in a small show.
I've only obviously seen them. So Eric and I were in Delaware, so we're when there's a show, typically we're seeing it in Philadelphia. And they came to Philly, and I just remember I'm normally not spoiled, but I like to sit in the club seats because I like having my own bathroom. And not, passing toilet paper down a row to take a shit.
Dude, you shit at a lot of concerts? Yeah, you can't shit at a concert, dude.
Weird thing to have to plan for.
So
Don't go to Taco Bell beforehand.
No,
Yeah,
but
like,
look, they had a round stage back in 2015. I can't remember what that album. They had I think it was drones, and they literally were flying drones around. But they did a round stage, and so I got seats like up front, and it was the first time where I was like that close, and it was like you could see them on this spin. They were on like this spinning platform.
Was that the one where they were on the light columns? And there was like LED screens all the way around there were like
Yeah,
pillars.
it was like a giant circle, so here
I saw that tour as well.
it was ex-ambassadors, and they were also really fucking good. And I don't know what happened to them, but it was fascinating because we were leaving, and each member had their own fucking tour bus. And I was like, wow, that's because obviously
Damn.
I don't want to be trapped in a bus with you.
good way to stay happy.
Yeah, right. But it's the first time that I've ever seen that in person.
Do they
I'm sure
tour
that's
with their
common.
families?
Yeah,
They
they definitely each it looked like they had their families in, and that's dope.
That makes some sense.
That's cool.
That's sustainable.
But then there were like 18 wheelers just hauling all their shit
I
around.
just remembered something about Muse. Okay, so I went to see Muse. I got a story for you.
right.
I went to see Muse. I was dating a girl at the time, and so she was very insecure about me hanging out with my friends. And
Okay.
we had a fight a couple weeks before that, and I went out to karaoke on my own. And my friends messaged me and they're like, "What are you up to?" And I was like, I had a fight. I'm at karaoke." And of course, my friends came. And so I did not mention this to the girl that I was dating. And on the way to the concert, my friend who showed up at karaoke was like, referenced karaoke. And my girlfriend looks at me and she goes, "You went to karaoke with her?" And I was like, So this is like walking into the Muse concert. And I was like, "Are you really this like?" I think it was bewildering how worked up she was.
Mhm.
So we're walking into the concert, and she just starts yelling, and I was like, "I'm gonna just go to the bathroom. I'll be right back." And she's like running around ranting. Like I'd never seen somebody behave like this in public. I went and bought 2 drinks for us. I tried to talk to her. So she's standing at this. There's a barricade. There's lots of benches behind us. So there's actually people behind us that are looking towards the stage. So we don't have an audience, but there are people behind us.
Mhm.
And she's yelling at me with the kind of animation that like puppets usually have. And I'm watching her, and I'm quickly realizing that I'm like, I don't really see a future with this woman.
Yeah, right.
And she realizes that with the look on my face, and she goes, "What are you thinking about breaking up with me?" "No, I break up with you."
Oh,
And
Oh,
then she was like shaking her head back and forth, and off she went, and she left the concert.
wow.
And I picked up my drink and I chugged it, and then I picked up her drink and I chugged it, and then there was applause behind me. Okay. So that was the beginning of the Muse
Wow.
concert. Then I
Nice.
watched this concert. It was phenomenal. I had a great time with my friends that were there.
Yeah.
I met this girl, and we kind of hit it off, and she was there alone, and I told her the whole story. And then we went out back because I was like, these guys aren't from town. I was like, I wonder if we could find out where their tour bus is. And we went out to where the tour buses were, and there was a big pack of people. And one of the security guys told us what club they were going to go hang out at later. And so I looked at this girl. I'm like, do you think we should go? We should go. And it was like, it's a pretty famous bar in Toronto. So we went, and we got there first, and it was like a dead night in this bar. There were not too many people there. And half an hour later, in comes Muse.
Wow.
And like, there was maybe 80 people in this bar. And I think I spoke to him briefly. I just like,
Sure.
it was just a really cool experience. And I haven't actually thought about that in a long time.
What? Wow. I mean,
That's
is
awesome.
yeah.
And that's how I met your mother.
Yeah. So yes, I love Muse.
Muse, I think I've seen them 3 times, and it's always just such a different I call that's an experience to go see them live. But they're also just so damn good. I don't know what it is about live music, man. I've been, speaking of live music, trying to get more into like Broadway and theater, trying to like dabble in that too, because that's fantastic as well. I don't know what it is about just being immersed in the entertainment world.
Mhm. It's popular.
Well,
Do you listen to EDM at all?
I do. That's
Eric
my
does.
jam. I just went to Ultra Festival in Miami.
Okay, cool. I'm going to see Carl Cox later this year.
Okay.
So there's a band from Germany. It's a German marching band, and there's like 20 guys in the band.
Oh, wow.
And they play techno, live techno.
Really?
And they're called Mute, Meute. I saw them play in Toronto. I'd never heard of them. And a friend of mine had an extra ticket. And she was like, you want to come see this? And I was like, yeah, sure. That sounds like fun. It was like going to a rave with a band playing the whole time. Like, it was so good. It was really fantastic. So if they ever come to Philadelphia, I definitely recommend it.
I love everything about that.
Yeah,
I Googled it. I have my list of reminders here.
There's a video that they have, which is a live performance on a rooftop. Like if you search Mute rooftop sessions, I think it's about 40 minutes long.
Okay.
And the whole thing is fantastic.
Okay. That's what's my new search is. Yeah. Their outfits look amazing. They look like you said, like
and
marching band outfits.
They're all personalized. Like they start with a normal uniform, and they all have different, like one guy's got Tool logos on his, and yeah.
So this is like if Slipknot married a marching band, married a DJ.
I guess.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
20 members with Slipknot 9. And then,
they just have a lot of keg members.
Yeah.
3 guys with kegs, 1 keg each.
Yeah, right. I don't really know my German music knowledge. The only band I know from Germany is
Rammstein.
Yeah, that's it.
When you said a German band, I was like, I know exactly where he's going with this.
That's all I got. Yeah, I got you on the Du Hast, and that's about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. I like shit like that. Like, it's just fun. It's good. You know, I don't know.
Support the arts.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I'm trying to get my daughter. She's in 4th grade, and she's fallen in love with the flute. So she's been playing the flute for school. And we went to to like their end of year concert just the other week, and it's just like it's not fantastic, you know. They're trying really hard, but they can only be so good, right? But I then went to my cousin's string concert, who goes to an art school here in Delaware, Callaway, which is a really great school. Those kids put on amazing music, and it made me want to go to like an orchestra or something like way more artsy than I would ever have previously considered in my life. And now I really want to foster that flute playing with my daughter, so she goes to this really awesome school and can like do really interesting things, just like everything that we're saying here.
What is that? Is that a flautist?
I think so.
Well,
like Lizzo.
What I always say is, if we ever pay somebody to teach her how to do it, then she would have a flute tutor. And I just think that's great. I'm sorry.
How was your flute tutelage?
Yes.
Is a flute, is that a woodwind? Is that
No. It's no. It's a
you don't have a
there's
reed?
no reed in it. No.
A reed makes it a woodwind.
What's the other one?
A brass?
Yeah. I want to say brass.
Because you're just blowing into a hole.
I mean, if it's a plastic flute, is it really orchestra worthy?
Or what is that? A recorder?
No, a flute would be a brass, I think.
Yeah, is this the flute?
The metal
one?
flute? Yeah.
Right.
The flute is very far out like this.
Yeah.
I put a little bit of time. My mom played the flute, actually. So she was like, then my mom was like, oh, my heart. And she loved that my daughter wanted to play that, you know? Yeah. This is fun.
Well, look at that. Maybe we can all just start a flute.
A flute all the time.
Let's do a cover band that only plays flutes in the style of Attack Attack.
Yeah. So, all right. So there's this
You had me
band.
at Only Flutes.
There was
I'm going to open an Only Flutes page.
Only Flutes.
It's my OF, Only Flutes.
Did I see? It was something about OnlyFans where I don't know if they're going to get rid of like nudity on there again. Or
they tried that already.
They try that a lot, and that's going to really curb into those 1%ers.
Yeah, so there's going to be like 200 people that lose their income.
Well, yeah,
actually, that sucks. But
you know what? And I know we're joking about it, but some of those people are making like millions of dollars. So
there's a show on Apple TV called Margot Has Money Problems.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's going to get people to start their own OnlyFans page that had never thought of it before.
Is that what the show's about?
Yeah, she's a single mother. Nick Offerman plays her father.
Okay.
He's an ex-pro wrestler, And she just she doesn't have any means of supporting the baby, and she decides to make an OnlyFans page, and they really normalize it, which is cool. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to get people to get off the fence and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to start my page that I've been thinking about.
Anyone can do this, and they're all taken.
Well, it is true. Anyone can do it.
Anyone can. It's just
which is sometimes unfortunate.
Or what is it? I guess anyone can start a podcast these days.
It's true, man.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, we've heard that.
So true.
They can, brother. So, Craig, off topic, but I was going through your IMDb. Did I see that you were in an episode of The Boys?
Yes.
Did I? Okay. So season 1. All right.
Yeah.
Did you finish the show?
I'm sorry. The final season? Yeah, Greg, out of context.
Okay. No, that was that. All right.
Wait, what was that scene? I don't think I remember that scene, Greg.
I played, do you remember the first season at all? So when, what's her name? What's Frenchie's girlfriend's name?
Oh, Kimiko.
When Kimiko was introduced, she was, before they showed her, she was a killer, and they kept finding bodies that she was leaving behind. So I play a cop at a nail salon when the boys come in, and I have a little interchange with Carl Urban.
Oh yeah, okay.
In the first one, yeah.
So you lived.
Yeah,
you made it.
That's only because they didn't give me enough screen time to die. I've died on camera 7 or 8 times.
Have you?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What was your favorite death?
Henry Rollins killing me.
Yeah?
Yeah. And he never died. Yeah.
All right.
Comes out of nowhere. I get dragged into an icy lake and never come back up.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Right. So, okay. If you had to pick one, do you like the voice acting or the acting? I don't want to say acting because it's all acting, but you know what I mean.
I mean, I've been working at it for a long time. Voice acting was really difficult to break into. I did Outbreak years and years ago, and I've been pushing my agent for more video game auditions, and I had to do a lot of networking. I went to a bunch of workshops that I didn't necessarily need, but just because I saw who were going to be guest speakers at it and getting in front of casting directors and that kind of stuff, and following around directors that were working in Toronto that I knew were working with Ubisoft, and just trying to make relationships there. And then I did one workshop that was in conjunction with Ubisoft, and I think that's where my first Ubisoft part came from. Now that I'm doing it, I'm definitely having a lot a much steeper success with video game stuff. I still love doing on camera stuff, but this is just this roller coaster that I'm on right now is pretty rewarding. So I will continue auditioning for everything, and I'll be happy with any medium, really. And playing in my band is also amazing.
Yeah, so you're really checking all the boxes. I mean,
and my calendar is suffering for it. Trying to schedule stuff is a nightmare, basically.
Well, and that's why I'm always. So can I tell you our podcast? It always. I don't want to say it's in waves, but Eric and I went through artisan soap makers when we first started 2 years ago.
3 of them
in a row, and then it was puppeteers, and then nostalgic musicians. Actors, but then voice actors, that was the hardest group of individuals for us to break into. For whatever reason, it was just really difficult. We obviously didn't really know anyone, but what I've learned is it seems like a lot of voice actors just, not that they don't want to do it, but it's I talk a lot, and good, not, or like you said, they're so fucking busy that they don't have time to dedicate to talk to somebody for an hour, So very appreciative that you.
I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else, but when I saw yours, I looked up a couple of your videos, and it was a pretty easy yes.
Yeah.
Well, much appreciated. Yeah, because you know that
Like it looked like it was going to be laid back. It looked like it was going to be fun, and I certainly wasn't going to get asked the same questions that I'm always asked. So I'm in.
You didn't think that you'd have a pop quiz about flannel right off the jump.
Yeah. but I'll tell you, Craig, when we first started, it was the generic AI. I used the AI. So tell me about a time
did
like that was a challenge.
Give me 10 questions to ask this person.
And what really steered us away, I don't know if you remember William Hung from American Idol. Shebang.
Yeah.
He was the first guest that we ever really had on.
Ready? This was us. We were like, so what was it like?
Does she bang?
Being on American? Yeah. And he would just go, yes.
And I was like, William Hung, this was supposed to take 7 minutes according to ChatGPT. I don't know what to do now. And we would sit there and finger pop our assholes. Yeah,
we definitely did. So we learned quickly that was not the answer.
Yeah, right. And so that's when we're like, fuck it. We're not doing interviews. We're doing hangouts.
Yeah.
And we're just going to talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, Greg, before you go, though, well, you probably can't tell me this, so fuck.
You can ask it, and I can just look at you with a straight face.
So, will we...
No,
are
I
we
can't
seeing
answer
more
that
of you in
question.
the Resident Evil world? Maybe. That's fine. That's fine.
That's good.
Because I'll tell you what, I've been playing a lot of the, what is it, Leon Must Die. And I'm like, man, I really want a Mercenaries mode. So Capcom, if you're listening, give me Mercenaries because that was my shit.
Well, Capcom said that there was more coming. I don't know what that is.
I heard that.
So I'm excited to find out as well.
Now, Eric, I recommend you play it.
When it comes on Game Pass. I just played Village because Village just went on Game Pass.
Village is good, man. I like
played
Village.
7 and 8. My first runs were in VR.
Oh, really?
The whole thing?
Yeah.
that
So
terrifying?
7 in VR it took me a month.
Terrifying?
It was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love that. I bought 4 when they did 4 in VR. I bought it and I didn't get past like the first little town, like the onslaught in the town. Yeah.
All my VR just has like Corey Chase and like
Sure.
Brandon
Yeah.
Love. So that's it.
I mean, that means that you have to know how to use it because you got to install that shit yourself. So
I've got the I have the little what's that called, the Meta Quest 2 or something.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the PSVR, which is more locked down. Okay.
That one.
So
no.
There's VR for the PS5. Yeah.
The PSVR too, but they're not supporting it like they were when they released it.
Oh, really?
I think that's why. Sorry about. They found me.
Uh oh. Well,
Run!
I think that's why Requiem doesn't have a VR mode. I don't think PlayStation are throwing piles of money at people like they were a couple of years ago for making VR modes.
That's
my guess. I don't know for sure.
It would be so good in VR.
That's all I was thinking while I was playing Grace's sections. I was like, this in VR would be unbelievably good.
Especially even like the first, like when you're in the little like hospital ward, just in that first second, you know, it's only like 5 seconds long, but holy shit. Or when those little like doll girls are following you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. That too would be terrifying.
Yeah.
And then it would be cool to play as Leon because I always like to. So Eric, if the stories overlap and if you don't kill any of the like zombies or infected, whatever you want to call them, in the mental hospital, then when you go back in as Leon, you can have a lot of fucking fun with it. Okay. So I try not to kill anyone, and then you can just John Wick everyone. But then you get unlimited ammo, and then you can just do a lot of cool shit, and then it just becomes fun.
I did the same thing on my first playthrough. I basically with Grace, I snuck through the whole thing. I didn't kill anybody, and so when I came back with Leon, I just laid waste.
So when you record for a game, like, do you know the story or no? Do you just know your part?
I only know the scenes that they give me.
Okay.
And also it's done in sections, right? So like they brought me out 4 times to work on it. And so I didn't know what I was doing on the 4th trip until the 4th trip. Now, Nick and Angela probably had a better overview of the game.
Right.
So there's a chance they might have filled in a couple of the gaps for me, but basically like, you only get to find out what you are doing.
So you were playing it for the first time, time you played it.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's fucking cool.
Is it like just a stripped down memory lane? Oh, I remember this. I
Yeah.
remember recording this part.
There'd be parts where like a cutscene would start, and I'm like, I think this is the one I worked on. I think this is the one I worked on.
This is it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So when you
actually.
first see yourself, when it's like the daylight or whatever, is that the first time that
Yes.
the Zeno game?
Yeah.
So like that had to have been cool as shit.
It was cool. And I streamed it too. I streamed
Did
my
you?
first play.
Oh,
So
that's
I didn't
awesome.
tell anybody in my community that I was in the game. I think a couple of them had already seen the leaks.
Mhm.
And I played it the first weekend that it came out. But that video, I took a little clip of it. So I'm watching it, and I knew my character was about to show up. And I think maybe 2 people in chat did, because they were clearly waiting for me to open my mouth, and then all of a sudden emotes just start popping up on screen, and everybody's going nuts. But yeah, it was really fun. It was
cool.
fun to share that with people.
Can I ask, because like the Resident Evil community love themselves some Resident Evil. So
Yep.
like now you have to be like immortalized by, I'm sure you're getting like, are you getting like the Zeno lover like Instagram follows? And yeah,
Like half of the people that follow me have names like Zeno or Wesker's wife or
Yep.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep, just a lot of hearts.
Yep.
That's cool.
But those are the people that pay money for the games. Those are the
Yeah,
people
right.
that keep this thing running.
They're
so
fans.
I've got,
They're
yeah, I
legitimate
love
fans.
it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. No, I think like being a fan is fucking awesome. I love me some Resident Evil.
Greg,
So
has Greg showed off his tattoos yet?
I do
that
have
he's-
a whole Resident
that he's
Evil
had since he was-
sleeve.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I don't have a
Since-
single tattoo, not one. I love tattoos, but I don't have any.
So and I'll tell you, if I could get any tattoos removed, I would probably remove all on my Watchman right arm, but I would always keep my Resident Evil sleeve, because I wanted that since I was in, I think like 7th grade. I decided I'm going to do this when I graduate high school. And as soon as I
Nice.
graduated, that was my dad's graduation gift. He let me, he paid for my sleeve.
Wow.
But it's funny though,
Cool
because like,
dad.
right. But now there are really cool characters coming out, and I'm out of fucking room. So, you got to get shit like lasered off if you want to add more stuff in.
You got legs.
I do have legs.
Greg has a
but
lot of
I
tattoos.
do. I also have a questionable one on my butt cheek. So, you know.
Have you ever said on the podcast what it is?
No.
It's just lettering that says tramp stamp with an arrow pointing up.
What did my buddy had? What is an insert dipstick here? Check engine. He had a check engine light. Never
That's
mind.
actually fucking funny.
Yeah.
Well, Craig, thank you, man. I look forward to any more stuff you have coming out. Big fan of everything that I've seen of yours so far, and thank you for joining us, man.
thanks for
really
coming on.
appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
really enjoyed that.
I appreciate it. Thanks for listening to Daddies the Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a review, and give us a like. We'll see you next time.